بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Hello everybody. This is a recorded lesson for my students in grade 12. This is Mr. Nabil Adam from Al Mubarakiyya Secondary School. I'm going to present Unit 1, Step 3. This is on workbook, page number 4 and 5. Let's start with the warming up. Why do you think it is important to have laws? How can we make the law more effectively? Think about the answers for these questions. Why do you think it is important to have laws? Give me the reasons. And how can we make the law more work effectively? Show me how. Show me the way we can make the work work. We can make the law work effectively. Yes. The first question. I think it is important to have laws to protect people's rights and to keep the society safe and secure. So I have given here two reasons showing the importance to have laws to protect people's rights and to keep the society safe and secure. Second question, how can we make the law work effectively? We can make the law work effectively by penalties imposed on criminals, by imposing penalties and punishments on criminals, by imposing law on all people equally, by imposing law on all people equally. This is how we can make the law work effectively. Now, let's study some of the new vocabularies that will help you understand the text we are going to study today. Look at this man. He looks like a thief. He's trying to enter by force. He is breaking into a house. Break into. The thief broke into the house late at night. When did the thief break into the house? Late at night. He entered the house by force. Break into, broke into, broken into. These fake. These are two bags, but one is real and the other is fake. It's not original. Fake. Fake, not real. Fake. Not real and seeming to be something it is not, in order to deceive people. In order to deceive people, trick people. All the jewelry she was wearing was fake. It was not real. It was not original. It was fake. Can you see this person? No. This person can't be seen. He is invisible. 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 Can't be seen. And the opposite is visible. Invisible. Invisible. The person can't be seen. Cannot be seen. Ghosts. It is said that ghosts are invisible. They can't be seen. Can you see ghosts? Of course not. A person who committed a crime using technology. What do you call him? Techno-criminal. Techno-criminal. Techno-criminal is a person who committed a crime using technology. Techno-criminals are usually experts in technology. They are very clever. They are wizards in technology and electronic devices. Techno-criminals are persons who have committed a crime using technology. Techno-criminal. And the action is Technocrime. This paper doesn't have any value or importance. It's worthless. It is worthless. Worthless. Having no value, having no importance or use. The boots are nice, but they are worthless if they don't fit you. If they are not if they don't have, if they aren't the same size as your feet, so they are worthless. You cannot use them. They are not important. They have no value. So worthless or valueless. It's unimportant, useless. A person who is not what he or she pretends to be, he is fraud. Fraud. A person who is not what he or she pretends to be, he is fraud. Identity theft. Identity theft. Look at this man. He is some thief is trying to steal his credit card through the internet. Identity theft. Identity theft. Open your workbook on page number 4. You are going to read an article, and the title is New Crimes. Here, identity theft, it could happen to you. Someone can steal your username, your account. He can hack or spy. He can take out your bank accounts or password or identity, etc. Now, you are going to read the article called New Crimes and answer these questions. What examples of old and new crimes does the writer give? In this article, the writer is going to mention some examples for old crimes and new crimes. Give me examples. And second one, why do criminals use the internet to communicate with each other? Criminals use the internet to communicate with each other. The answer is written here: to pass on confidential information or to plan crimes. Now, read the article silently to find the answer for the first question. New crimes. An area of the law which is changing very quickly in the modern world is the law related to computer crime. Increasingly, criminals are using computers to help them commit new crimes, like identity theft, and to make it easier to commit old crimes like theft and fraud. Technological criminals may get into computer systems to find out confidential information and to use this to make money. Unfortunately, computer crimes are often more difficult to solve than traditional crimes. Why? Because the criminals are invisible and their actions may be impossible to prove. It can also be difficult to prosecute a computer criminal successfully because usually nothing is actually physically stolen or damaged. A particular factor in the growth of computer crime has been the increase in the number of ordinary people who use internet websites to buy things, to book holidays, or to access their bank accounts in order to transfer money or pay bills. This new type of business has attracted technocriminals who may order goods and services without paying, or break into the computer systems of businesses or financial organizations and either move money to their own account or send viruses which can seriously damage computers and the information they contain. These viruses can affect millions of people worldwide. Computers with internet connections can also be used more safely by criminals than face-to-face meetings or telephone conversations to pass on confidential information or to plan crimes. In addition to this, computers allow criminals access to millions of people worldwide who they may persuade or pay for who they may persuade to pay for something worthless or to support a fake charity organization. The first question: what examples of old and new crimes does the writer give? Yes, old crimes and new crimes. Old crimes like theft and fraud, and new crimes like identity theft or sending viruses. Why do criminals use the internet to communicate with each other? The answer is written in text. Underline the answers. To pass on. Yes, very good. To line 24. To pass on confidential information or to plan crimes. Very good. Again, the second question: why do criminals use the internet to communicate with each other? Let's find more answers. The first one: to pass on confidential information or to plan crimes. To access to millions of people worldwide who they may persuade to pay for something worthless or to support a fake charity organization. So criminals use the internet to communicate with each other, to pass on confidential information, or to plan crimes, or to access to millions of people worldwide who they may persuade or convince to pay for something worthless, something useless, something has no importance, or to support a fake or charity organization. They can ask you or deceive you to pay money for a fake charity organization, but to help the poor, to give money to the needy, etc. Now, you are going to read the article again. Match each beginnings A to D with one of the endings 1 to 5. You do not need to use one of the endings. You are going to read the article again silently and match each pair to make a correct sentence. Criminals may make money. The fact that actual things are not stolen by computer criminals, many people all over the world can be affected. For criminals who want to plan a crime, using the internet is. Now you are going to complete this sentence using 1 to 5. By using confidential information they have found on a computer. By using confidential information they have found on a computer. Which sentence suits the second part? If viruses are left on computers. If viruses are left on computers. 3. Makes it more difficult for police to prosecute them successfully. Not as secure as communicating on the internet. Safer than telephone conversations. Yes, think, write the number in front of each letter. Criminals may make money. Number 1, by using confidential information they have found on a computer. So criminals can profit or can invest or can get money by stealing these confidential information they have found on a computer. B, the fact that actual things are not stolen by computer criminals. 3, makes it more difficult for police to prosecute them successfully. It means computer criminals didn't steal something which is real. So it's difficult for the police to prosecute them successfully. It's difficult for the police to arrest them because their actions may be impossible to prove. The criminals are invisible and their actions may be impossible to prove. So it can also be difficult to prosecute a computer criminal successfully because usually nothing is actually physically stolen or damaged. You can check your answer in line 9 to 12. Many people all over the world can be affected. 2. Viruses are left on computers. Many people are all over the world can be affected if viruses are left on computers because the techno criminals can steal accounts. They can move money to their own account or send viruses. Of course, viruses are or can seriously damage computers and the information they contain. If someone send you a virus on your computer, so it's very dangerous. It can affect your computer. For criminals who want to plan a crime using the internet is 5. Safer than telephone conversations. Of course, computer or techno criminals, computer criminals, they like to have communication through the internet because it's safer than telephone conversations or safer than face-to-face meetings. Line 22, 23. Computers with the internet connections can also be used more safely by criminals than face-to-face meetings or telephone conversations, as we mentioned, the reason to pass on confidential information or to plan crimes. So we left number 4, not as secure as communicating on the internet. This is a pair, it doesn't match any sentence. We can say face-to-face meetings or telephone conversations are not as secure as communicating on the internet. So that's why techno criminals prefer connecting or calling on the internet. Now you've got here some words, match them with their meanings. You have to find these words in the text. What do they mean? You are going to match them with their definitions. Match these words A to F from the article with the meanings 1 to 6. Confidential. What does it mean? Fake. Identity theft. Persecute. Solve a crime. Transfer. To accuse someone of a crime and try to prove it in a law court. Crime of stealing someone's personal details. To discover who commits a crime. Secret or private. To move from one place to another. Not real. So you've got 5 or 6 words with 6 definitions. You don't have extra one. Confidential. What does it mean? Which one have the same or has the same meaning or same definition? Confidential. Something which is confidential means it's secret or private. Number 4, exactly. Fake. What does it mean? Fake. The opposite is real. So fake, not original or not real. Number 6. Identity theft. Identity theft. Theft from the noun thief. Identity, your personal details. Identity theft means a crime of stealing someone's personal details. Someone can steal your username, your password, your accounts. So this is what identity theft. Number 2. Persecute. Persecute. You studied this word before. Persecute. To accuse someone of a crime and try to prove it in a law court. So lawyers persecute criminals. They accuse them for a crime and they try to prove it in a law court. As we mentioned, the difference between policemen and lawyers. Lawyers Lawyers persecute criminals, whereas policemen arrest criminals. Solve a crime. Solve a crime. What does it mean? Solve a crime. Solve a crime, a verb. To discover. Solve, to discover who commits a crime. Number 3. Yes. And transfer. Transfer, to move from one place to another. Yes. Number 5, as we mentioned here, techno criminals can transfer money from your accounts to other accounts, to move from one place to another. Now you are going to do another exercise. Complete the sentence with words or phrases from the article on page 4. So you can use 1 or 2 or 3 words to match to complete the sentence. Is a computer crime? What is a computer crime? Which uses a person's information, usually for financial gain. Yes, identity theft, as you mentioned before. So identity theft is a computer crime which uses a person's information or personal details, usually for financial gain, to gain money, to make money. It is difficult to indict computer criminals. It is difficult to discover. It is difficult to persecute computer criminals. Why? Because nothing stolen is nothing, because usually nothing is actually stolen or physically damaged, because they are invisible, or because nothing is actually stolen or physically damaged. The increasing use of internet websites is one of the factors which are causing the when there are a lot of people who use internet websites. Now this cause what? This causes the growth of computer crime. This increases the computer crime. Techno criminals are able to fabricate or even get people to pay. They are able to fabricate or fake a charity organization. Fabricate a fake charity organization, it means to deceive, to make a fake charity organization, or even get people to pay for something worthless, something which has no value, something which has no importance or use. It's useless. It has no importance. Now these are simple questions. Find the answers for these questions on from the article. Why is computer crime on the increase? It's mentioned in exercise 4. Computer crime on the increase. Computer crime is on the increase. Why? That is because many people use the internet websites to buy things, book holidays, or access their bank accounts in order to transfer money or pay things. So that's why computer crime is on the in the increase or in the growth. What makes computer crime more difficult to solve than traditional crime? It's difficult for policemen to prosecute criminals or technical criminals. Why? Technical criminals are invisible. Besides, their actions may be impossible to prove. And third reason, it can also be difficult to prosecute a computer criminal successfully, because usually nothing is actually physically stolen or damaged. So all these reasons make computer crime more difficult to solve than traditional crime. Technical criminals are invisible and their actions are impossible to prove. It's difficult to prosecute them because nothing is usually or actually physically stolen or damaged. Is there any law in Kuwait that protects internet users from computer crimes? Of course, there are now many laws to protect internet users from computer crimes. You will be persecuted if you do something wrong on the internet these days. Yes, Kuwait has a code of laws and many types of courts to ensure justice and safety for everyone. So there are laws now that can protect internet users from computer crimes. You will be punished if you do something wrong on the internet. Now, you are going to complete each of the sentence beginnings with their correct endings. You have to circle the correct answer A, B, or C. Computer criminals access confidential information too. Why do computer criminals access confidential information? To know more about the people involved, to modify it to their own advantage, to make money. Try to guess. The right answer, to make money. The pronoun this, look at the pronoun this in line 24, refers to. What does this refer to? Does it refer to computers with the internet connections being used by criminals? Does it refer to passing on confidential information or planning crimes? Computers allowing criminals access to millions of people worldwide. This refers to computers with internet connections being used by criminals. Exercise 3. Computer crimes are very difficult to solve because. Yes, it's mentioned before. They are usually committed in a very professional way. Criminals are invisible. Computers are stolen or physically damaged. Computer crimes are very difficult to solve because. Yes, criminals are invisible. You cannot say computers are stolen or physically damaged. No, nothing is usually damaged or stolen. Now, last question over to you. It's very important to discuss this question with your colleagues or with your friends. What laws need to be enforced to prevent computer crimes? We have to enforce or impose laws to prevent computer crimes or to protect internet users. We need laws that prevent computer viruses. We need laws that prevent hacking. We need laws that prevent identity theft. We need laws that prevent computer viruses. It's mentioned the second it's repeated sentence, so we have to delete the number 4. We need laws that prevent computer viruses. Let's stop here. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed watching this lesson. Until we meet again, goodbye.